Hey everybody, Andy here, Sports and Songs, with a little special bonus edition for you, bonus episode. I want to talk about women in sports, save women's sports, Riley Gaines stuff. Touched on an episode a couple weeks ago. Kind of want to focus on just that right now. Not going to get into the political end of it. Kind of coming at it two angles. A, I believe it. I believe only women in women's sports, not people who are guys who want to be girls now so they can finally be a winner. Should not be in women's sports. I say this for two reasons, or for a few reasons. A, the purity of the sport. Um, B, by letting men who think they're women now in, you've just totally thrown out everything from Title IX you fought for. And maybe part of it is a parent of a daughter who was in sports. So she never had to deal with that with guys wanting to be in her sport, but just the whole purity of it all. Gonna start with a few things, the whole Riley Gaines bit. Totally respect Riley. Been following her a lot. You've seen some of her tweets we've retweeted on the show page on Twitter. Very supportive of her. I think what she's doing is great, helping save women's sports. And what's kind of weird on some of this is starting to see who's who in the women's sports. First of all, let's get this straight. I don't care if you're transgender or not. That has nothing to do with this. If you want to be a boy and now be a girl or vice versa, that's your life. You do what you want. It's when you step into the sports end of it, changing mid-season of a sport, things like that, taking away what these other girls have fought their whole lives for, taking scholarships away from college athletes they've fought for. That's where I got the problem. You want to do in your own personal life what you want to do? Go ahead. No skin off my nose. And where it's coming interesting right now is other female athletes or celebrities and reporters, as we're going to cover later, who's going to say something and who's not. Female athletes want to bark about every other political issue going on in the country. Now, here's something involving their sport where they could lose a job, they could lose marketing, they could lose commercials and endorsements. So they're shutting up on it. So fighting for everything they've said that we should be able to fight for us. What's wrong with the women's soccer? They want equal pay for men and women. Okay, that's a good argument. I could be that. But how would you feel if a bunch of men start playing your sport? Now, granted, it would get you the ratings you wanted, maybe. It'd get you some TV shots, but you might lose a friend on the team. Is that okay? You might get, soccer, someone might slide into you or take you out. Is that okay? It's a bigger man now in goal instead of a gal. It might not be as easy to score. Or the man's going to shoot a lot harder than a woman at your friend in goal. Is that okay? There's been others that have said, if you're a reporter, you're going to have a problem with this. It could mean your job. You can't go cover this sport anymore because there's a man playing this woman's sport. You want to go cover it? If you're against it, are you going to say no? Is that dollar, almighty dollar, too much? And you'll still go cover it, and everybody's going to think you're okay with it. But you're not, but getting paid, so I got to act like I am. Charlie Nault of ESPN said the whole Leah Thomas thing. It's a slap in the face, what ESPN did by covering her. And Sam Ponder and Sage Steele from ESPN have, God bless them, up and said they support Riley Gaines. They support Save Women's Sports. They're at the big alphabet company. They're ESPN. Pretty left in their point of views. This is going to affect their jobs. Are they going to? ESPN can't fire them for saying this. You want to talk about ultimate bad press? They can't. You can't bury them with bad stories either because everybody's going to see through that. But maybe when contract time comes up for these two gals, we'll see what happens. Are both near the end of a contract. They want to get out of this business anyway. This is their way of doing it. Who knows? But you don't say something like this and not mean it either. I mean, they're not just saying that to get out of the job. No one's been fired yet, but they're just doing what they got to do. There was also another one, a bike race just recently. And where was it here? Silver City, New Mexico. Tour of the Gala for the Amy D Foundation. It was to keep Amy's memory alive through women's cycling. What a great event that a man just won, or a man trying to be a woman won. Even an event they were holding to a foundation to help promote women's cycling. They let a man in and he won. Really, you're here, your association, you got your press. Things like that. People are going to say their things. Yay, there you got your free attention. Was it worth it? You just kind of shot yourself down in a way. Everything you say you're fighting for, you just didn't. There's been some coaches in college sports have said stuff and have said, we'll see if they're going to lose jobs too. We don't know. Penn University, where this Leah Thompson swam at, a lot of them are coming out now that the season's done saying things. They, in a way, couldn't. They wanted to be a team. They had a scholarship. They didn't want to lose it. They've graduated now. So we'll see what happens. I think, like I said before, do what you want to do with your life. Like this Leah Thomas comes in. Now he's on the women's team. That just took a scholarship away from somebody else. And the other part that comes up, though, this is the father of me coming out. And again, thanking God my daughter never had to deal with this. So these girls are, for swim or whatever sport, have to change with this guy changing next to him who's still all man. And they're still all woman. And just because he says he's transgender, they got to change in front of him. That's not right. Well, make a transgender changing room for them. No, you shouldn't be competing at all. So no, we're not going to make you a separate locker room. My opinion. No one has said that. I'm sure others have, but I'm not quoting anyone on this. This is my opinion. I agree with. No, I'm not going to build you a separate changing room, a separate locker room for you to change into. Nope, because you shouldn't be competing. If when you were born, male was checked on your birth certificate, then you're in the men's locker room. If it was marked female, you're in the female locker room. Period. Because you're in the men's locker room because you're on a men's team. Now, the side note this a little bit here. For those who follow the show, we cover all sports. High school wrestling. There is girls competing against boys in that. That I'm okay with because the girl knows they're going against boys and boys know going against girls. They knew that coming in. College swimming, you signed up to swim against just girls. You didn't sign up to swim against boys. Big difference. Big difference. And that girl at the high school event for wrestling, she had her own locker room. She wasn't like, this is a boys' wrestling tournament. I'm going to go change with the boys. No. She changed with the girls' locker room because she's a girl. Now, if Riley Gaines wants to swim an event against men in a co-ed event and she wants to be in that, that's fine. She knows what she's getting into. She wanted to swim against girls in college, not against guys who, for some reason, switched their gender, which again, that's them. But now they're a girl and swimming against girls. And took away one of Riley Gaines or whoever else on that team, other teams, friend scholarship. Someone who maybe his family didn't have the money for it. Swimming was there and they put all their stuff into swimming. Here's your scholarship, sweetie. You finally earned a scholarship. Good for you. Go. Which boy wants to come take it away from you. You've just taken Title IX and thrown it out the window. You spit on it. That I got a problem with. Big Title IX guy here. We've covered women's sports here on the show. We've got no problem with them. All for it. Not for guys playing and dressing up as girls to take girl spots. Riley Gaines is going on lots of shows right now, lots of media things. Outkick, she's been on that a lot. You can follow that. Been on Fox News. Support Riley Gaines, or I stand with Riley Gaines. Support women's sports. All for that. I hope you are too. And if you got any questions or concerns, please let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. This is going to be a big topic for a while, I think. And I think it's something we all talk about. And no one needs to get all angry and upset with people. We can talk about this. So I think it's a good debate, a good topic. I'd like to know if someone thinks it's okay. I'd like to know why you think it's okay. Again, I'm not going to berate you or put you down. If you want to send out a private message on our social media pages, that's great. Just very curious on how that could be okay. But please let us know. And again, appreciate y'all checking out the special bonus episode here. Sports and Songs Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Occasional blogs here and there. Those are kind of fading down a little bit. But we'll see if we get those kicked up here again this summer. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.